god. Okay.
So exciting.
I don't know how to start. I never know how to start these things.
I know what you mean, because it's like the beginning's so formal, but the rest of it's just not. So
Well,
it's like...
Well, the one that I started with Rory, I was just like, who are you? So, who are you?
Camera, you.
Take your pick.
Hi, I'm Charlotte. I'm Charlotte Naylor. I'm a singer-songwriter and performer. And yeah, I've been a musician for 15 years now. In terms of like, I've been singing for that long, but been like professionally and like properly kind of performing and gigging for like 4 or 5 years.
You did classical singing before, right?
I did. I was a classical singer for 7 years, from the age of 12. Yeah, I did like, I had like that kind of quite untraditional start to music, and that I began doing pop singing, like pop vocals, and like that's my first introduction to singing was like, yeah, like pop grades, which most people kind of, they go from classical to pop and they transition. They're like, this isn't my thing, so I'm gonna... But I then ended up doing, yeah, like all of my like classical grades and being a classical, operatic and like choral singer for a very long time. Yeah.
So you did classical pop, basically.
Pop, classical pop, yeah.
What made you like do that classical bit? Like,
I don't know. I think at that age I was kind of just going where the singing was. I loved singing and didn't really matter what. Hence why I kind of did it all. It was like, did classical, did like along like within those 7 years I was still doing all my like pop stuff. I was still in like bands and writing music and doing all sorts of fun singing karaoke shit in my own spare time. And yeah, but I think I liked singing, and classical was just another genre that I enjoyed singing. It was kind of also like, my school didn't teach pop vocals. It was very much like, we do classical. And so that's kind of what I went into, and my teacher was really passionate about it, and yeah, that's kind of just how it happened. I'm very grateful for it, definitely.
I feel like most schools don't do pop vocals. Like, I remember, because I used to want to do like more jazz, and it was more like, we can kind of steer you in the musical theatre-ish direction, which we'll talk about later. But it was like classical, maybe a bit of musical theatre, but it was like the very lyrical musical theatre, and then not really pop and jazz.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I don't know if it's just like a not wanting to branch out kind of thing, or I mean, I think I was lucky in that our department was like, we had some really good teachers that kind of had their own interests that they wanted to kind of help their students out with. But I think most schools are like, this is the way we're going, and this is the only way we're going, and this is, you can't divot. I mean, we definitely had those issues. My brother definitely has those issues in his schooling, because like, he loves so much different like kind of experimental stuff, and they're just like, nah.
No, literally. Yeah, so I remember
like,
in school I basically just did classical.
Yeah,
it was like maybe a little bit of jazz, but it was basically classical. But I feel like pop singing is also very underestimated, because people can just be like, oh, you can just sing, you're good at singing, whatever, that's it. But it's actually, there's so much you have to do to like perfect it that I would never think about.
I think there's a lot that goes into, because also like pop as like a genre, it's not like one thing. There's just so much that goes into it, and so much that goes into everybody else's different styles, and to kind of find where your voice lies, find where your interests lie, and also just like wanting to do loads of different things. I'm like one of those people that just likes to do loads of different genres, like use my voice in a lot of different ways. And yeah, I think if you don't grow up being introduced to that kind of thing, it's awesome, because a lot of people are able to do it themselves. They just like find out music that they love, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna research all of this stuff, and make my music like this. But yeah, it's kind of like heartbreaking that a lot of schools just like, this is the way we're doing things, or like a lot of like departments and stuff. But it's nice that people break out of that,
Clearly. Break out. So I wanted to ask you about your, because I saw, obviously I know you as Charlotte and Charlotte Naylor. Your, what do you call it, like your name on like Spotify? Your artist name is like Lott. Where did that come from?
So when I have this EP currently being released. I just released my first single called I Don't Know. And when I was writing the music, I was in like a very specific time, and I was drawing from a lot of influences from people around me, particularly the women around me. And I was drawing influences from my teen years, and I was sort of just like, I love this music and it feels so raw and like very like resonant with me now. And now I'm releasing it, I'm in a very different place kind of emotionally, like just in my life. And as much as I love that music and it's from that place, I kind of just wanted to differentiate myself from what I was releasing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like toyed with a lot of different names. I was like, I want to have something that is not my name, that is something different. And Lott was kind of the thing that I liked the best and what stuck. I feel like it's short, it's sweet. People like, it's kind of, it's not complicated. It's just kind of there. I wanted something simple, and yeah, I wanted it to be a way for me to differentiate myself from the music I was writing, because some of it, it's just like, it's a nice way to kind of, especially when performing as well, I can like put myself in that emotional place where I'm singing about past experiences, current experiences, just like other people as well, like other people's from other people's perspectives, because that's where I write some of my music from as well. And I can then like step away from that and be like, I'm me in my musical world, and then Lott is Lott in like her musical world, sort of thing.
Yeah,
that was the idea anyway.
I mean, it's a really cool name. I saw it and I was like, oh my god, that is so cool.
I
like the full stop as well.
Lott, like,
dot.
My brother keeps calling, like, he's like, Lott with a dot. That's what he keeps calling me.
That's so sweet. I love that, Lott with a dot.
It's really nice. Yeah, it's cute. And I really liked it. It stuck. That was what kind of, I tried different names, but I was like, I like that. I like that one. I liked how it looked. I was like, yeah, we're gonna go with that. It looks
really cool. It's like clean.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like clean cut, simple. My name is really fucking long, so I was just like, no one will remember it.
I feel like Charlotte Ney is like quite a memorable name though.
Oh, thanks.
Well, maybe, I mean, but to be fair, you're like one of my friends, so maybe that's why I'm like Charlotte Ney.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you have any other nicknames or things like that?
I don't particularly have that many nicknames. I think growing up, it was like anything to do with my hair color, anything to do with being ginger, or anything to do with being short, and it'd be like different ones. Because it's like an easy thing to nickname someone. And then like just Charles, I get a lot of them from like close friends and stuff. Like my aunt calls me Lottie, but she's like the only one that does it, and it's so sweet. And my like great grandma used to do that as well. So I have that, and then like one of my friends caught on and started calling me that as well, and I was like, oh, that's so cute. I've got like very specific people in my life that call me that.
That's so sweet, Lottie.
And my dad calls me Chucky.
Like the doll?
No, and that's what's so weird, because the doll is short and ginger and an absolute nightmare.
That's I mean, like, you're not a nightmare, but like
but I was just a bit like, Dad, why do you? But he's called me it since I was a baby, and I'm just like, but it's not. I'm like, is it like the doll? And he's like, no, I don't know. It just caught on when you were born. And here we are.
That's quite funny.
22 years later.
Still called Chucky.
Still Chucky, yeah.
Maybe you should like create a side brand that's like Key dot.
Oh wait, yeah, like
Charlotte Chucky, but just Key dot.
Yeah, maybe you're on something there. I'll have to come back to you when I'm going to create side brands.
You're like, well, I don't know. What would you do in your side hustle?
Oh my god. I don't know. Oh my god. So this is such a funny question to ask a musician, because I feel like I was talking to someone the other day and I was like, I don't know what I do outside of music. Like I do things, but I'm like, music is just, this was my side thing for so long. I was like, I did school, I did A-levels and GCSEs, and I did music. And and then you come to college or you move away and like you start your career and it's like, music is literally everything I do. Side hustle, oh my god.
So I was thinking, because like you come from doing music as a hobby, and obviously most of us took it like more seriously than a hobby, but it was like your hobby thing outside of school.
Yeah.
And then you come in, it's like the only thing you do, and it's
genuinely.
Like, and you like obviously like you do things outside, but it's like that you don't love anything as much as you love music.
Yeah, you always find yourself coming back to it. Like after a long day, you're like, I'm gonna go listen to some music.
Yeah, exactly.
Because because that's what I love to do.
Well, it's just like if you have a creative outlet, like that's the easiest way for you to express your emotions.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Yeah.
We were literally saying this like last night as well with some people. We were just saying that like when we write, I was just saying I want to write happier music. Like I write such sad music or like music that's discussing things, and I'm just like, guys, I want to write happier music. And I don't know who it was, but someone was just like, yeah, but we don't write happy music to kind of like as an outlet, because when we're happy, we're just like happy. We don't need to discuss it or process it because we're just enjoying ourselves. Whereas, I mean, like some people can, I don't, but like when I write music, I'm like processing something almost.
Yeah. I thought you were about to say that person was like, yeah, we're just like not happy, and I was gonna be like, oh god,
no, that's so like when we're happy, we're like, I don't know, I'm often just getting on with enjoying things, but then if I've got something, I'm like, oh, I want to like process that, or I want to write something about that. It will genuinely not be that. Like it's usually, it's not that it's not happy, it's usually just like melancholic. I don't know how to say that word, but like it's got an air of melancholy to it.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm trying to think now. I'm like, I feel like whenever I'm happy, I'm not like, oh, I need to make music about how I'm so happy.
Yeah, like performing and playing music makes me so happy.
Yeah,
but I'm like, often the stuff I'm singing about is like, it's like reflective sort of stuff.
That's true, actually. I mean,
it's really interesting.
I feel like even in classical pieces, I mean, obviously, if someone's like, this is a happy character, obviously I'll play it like a happy character, but I actually find the like more like heartbroken like characters easier to play somehow.
Yeah.
That's it. I might have to think about that one. That's actually really interesting. I've not thought about that.
I think there's a quote from like Fiona Apple or something where she's on like a talk show, and she's like, yeah, all my music is fucking sad because why would I want to sit down at my piano or with my guitar when I'm happy? I'm gonna go out and do stuff. And I was like, that's so interesting. That's really funny.
Oh, I was talking to someone about this the other day because I think actually, I don't know how different this is for like pop stuff, but they were like, oh, if you went on a date with someone, would you serenade them with your viola? And I was like, absolutely not. Like, I refuse to mix my viola and my personal life, even though obviously it's such a big part of me.
Like an integral part of you as a person.
Yeah, it's not that I don't like it and I don't want it to be a part of my personal life, but it just feels separate. And they're like, but why? And I was like, I don't know.
No, I don't know if they'd want to be serenaded.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to serenade again, like someone on a date with my viola. Like, it just feels like two different things.
Yeah, it's like your life and then your music.
Yeah, but I feel like when I say that to people who aren't creative, they're like, oh, then surely it just means you don't love it enough. And I'm like, no, definitely not.
You have to have a healthy relationship with your art.
Yeah, it's got to be a different way. Speaking of, what kind of influences do you kind of like draw from?
I think it's a really interesting one because like I feel like whenever you fill out applications for things and they ask you these sorts of questions, I'm just like, oh my god, I really need to think about this, because I think vocally I definitely like historically have drawn from a lot of different influences than when it comes to like writing, because when I first started taking writing seriously, it wasn't that long ago. Like the EP I'm releasing currently, I only started writing like 3 years ago, and that was kind of the first time I was taking releasing and writing seriously, and my influences began like Lizzie McAlpine was a massive influence and kind of that proper singer-songwriter kind of vibe, but then I was really enjoying the stuff in 5 Seconds Flat, so I was like, I want to have some synth stuff in there, and I'm like a massive Holly Humberstone fan, but I also like love like Phoebe Bridgers, that like they kind of really molded the way I wanted to go with what I was releasing, and then I just like wanted to kind of that like excessive harmony kind of thing, which is like in so many like modern musicians music. But like vocally, I grew up with like Mariah Carey and Christina Aguilera and like Whitney Houston and like early Beyonce stuff. I had like a little iPod that my dad, it was his iPod, but he downloaded music on it for me, and it was all of those. So he just downloaded stuff he thought I'd like, and it was all of those incredible like proper like huge voices, crazy riffs, runs, like belting kind of those singers, and it I've never thought about it until I came to uni, but like it really, I think, has molded the way that I sing, because that's exactly the sort of stuff that I love to do with my voice. It's like use it to its full potential, basically. So yeah, like those proper incredible like voices, really, like listening to those as a kid, I would get so frustrated when I couldn't sing it, and then kind of grew up and I was like, just gotta give it time. Yeah, vocally I think they would, like those four particularly were a massive influence.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like the first impression I've got of you, it was that, like, singing wise, obviously, because you were one of the first people I met in.
Yeah. I actually remember dancing with you in like the first kind of party that
oh my god, in the halls. Yeah, and we were with Aaron Peters.
Yes, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
and
you had
Nia,
yes,
well.
and you had your little like motorbike jacket on.
My little Formula One jacket.
And you were like, yeah, I'm on the pop course, and I was like, I haven't met anyone on the pop course yet, and neither had you.
No, I had not met anyone on the pop course because I was living with classical students. So everybody just assumed I was a classical student for so long. They were like, yeah, this girl is just on like the classical singing course, and I was like, I could have, I might have been, but I chose a different path.
Yeah, but sorry, what was I saying? One of the first impressions I got you singing wise was when I saw you in session orchestra. And you were just like belting, and everyone was like, oh my god, she's so small but her voice is so big.
That's like the one thing I get from most people when I first sing for them, like when they first hear me, they're like, I don't know how that loud of a voice can come out of such a short person.
How tall are you?
4'11".
Oh my god, yeah. I bet your like lungs basically just like fill.
They must be like
torso.
The main part of my body. Just my lungs.
Did an X-ray, it's only lungs.
She's
and
just oxygen.
I don't know. Only oxygen. Isn't that bad for you? I feel like.
Oh,
because I remember in biology was it biology? It's like some sort of like science lesson. It was like, if the atmosphere was only oxygen, everyone would actually die.
Yeah. Oh, I think I've heard that as well.
Yeah, because it's only like 20% oxygen.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I'm so sorry to my science teachers.
Honestly, I do music for a reason. My science classes, passed them, done. They're a part of my past.
Biology A level, nothing. I'm so sorry, god. Teacher. Yeah, cannot remember anything.
I was like, just need to get through this. I think I did the best in chemistry actually, which is kind of rogue. Everyone hated chemistry.
Really, I could even GCSE chemistry. I was like struggling.
Yeah, I think that was like, I think it was my favorite, and I did the best in it. Like in terms of my sciences, not overall.
Really.
Yeah, which is rogue.
That's quite strange.
No one enjoyed chemistry.
I remember I did really, really well.
Maybe I was meant to be a doctor.
Well, it's never too late to change career paths if you'd like to go. I'm sure you can. See her. Doctor, singer.
It's not really compatible, is it?
I can't really see you as a doctor.
No, I feel like I don't like blood.
I don't think you could be a doctor.
I don't like blood. I just be, so what we're here for today, and faint. I'll just pass
be like,
like we need a doctor for my doctor.
It's a little bit. I mean, what's that saying? Is it like, it's something about like a doctor not being able to treat other people if they're dead, or like something like that. Do you know what phrase I'm talking about?
I really don't.
Okay.
I was thinking of the one where it's like a thing about, it's like an analogy, but about a barber and how barbers don't do their own hair.
I don't know what you're on about, but you don't know what I'm on about.
No, I don't know where we're going. I don't know where we're going.
We'll leave that alone. Can I open the mini eggs as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Charlotte brought us some mini eggs and some Reese's Minis. Actually, which one would you like?
I'm happy with the mini eggs. I'm happy with either. I like both.
I'm trying to think which one I want.
They're yours, so you can open both of them if you want.
No, we can share them, obviously. I haven't had Reese's peanut butter cups.
They're so good.
Yeah, I think I've had them twice in my life.
Really?
Yeah, but
no, the first time I tried them, I was like, this is going to become a regular part of my life because I love them.
But I love peanut butter.
So good. So good.
Recently in my protein shakes, I've got like chocolate protein powder, and I always put coffee and peanut butter in.
I smelt your coffee the other day, and I was like,
"Oh yeah,
that's amazing!"
Oh my god, I was gonna make it today, but I had it on the first podcast. So I was like, I need to show people that I drink stuff other than protein shake. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways, keep going on. What are your favorite gigs that you've done?
There's so many. I've been so lucky to do.
These are so good. Sorry.
I know, right?
Oh my god! Wow.
They're addictive.
Sorry, keep
You have them
talking.
more than twice in your life.
I know. I don't know why. It's because I think I'm not a fan of milk chocolate.
Oh, fair enough.
If they were dark chocolate and be, oh my god,
I think they do that.
do they?
Yeah, I think they do.
I might have to bulk order them.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Go for it.
Gigs. Sorry, favorite gigs.
I think I like, yeah, as I say, I've been very lucky because like I know so many incredible musicians, and that's why I love the premise of this podcast so much, because like I just get to talk with one of my favorite musicians,
Oh my God.
and you get to talk to all of your friends who are all musicians. So it's just like it's such a lovely thing to do. Because yeah, we really are surrounded by like some of the most incredible and like talented people. So yeah, a lot of the gigs I've done have been so sick because of that. We've done some gigs together in terms of Jeanette and Friends, which is Jeanette's like little collective she created a few years ago.
We haven't done it for a while.
No, but when we did, I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun. It was just like a sick group of people, and the music you had composed was just so cool. It was so beautiful, and I was really happy to be part of it. I
remember your bittersweet just being like insane.
Oh, so much fun! I was so happy you asked me to do that song.
I saw you covered My Lover Is Sleeping recently, didn't you? Did you post it on Instagram?
On Instagram.
And I was there like, oh my god, I remember doing that.
I was the one that introduced her to that.
Oh my god, that was so fun. Shout out Wage Project.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, gorgeous song. But yeah, and then I've done 6 session orchestras at RNCM, and loved all of them, but I have like specific ones that were like my favourite.
Which ones? Or like, do you remember what songs you
I absolutely loved the first one because it was my first one, and I got given like just belty, riffy, crazy songs, and like that's just exactly what I like to do, which is like really ironic because I don't really write music like that, which is I'm starting to now. We're like kind of working on a new project at the moment, which is a lot more kind of using my voice in a different way. But yeah, I like that session orchestra was just sick, and it was just my first time performing on a big stage like that, in that kind of way with like an orchestra and stuff. And yeah, like I loved the I forgot. Honestly, there's been so many. But we've done some really awesome tunes before and worked with some really sick people. So I think just being able to perform with an orchestra and with like organising like big backing vocal kind of sections, and just like having your moment to kind of dress up and perform in front of a big audience is just awesome. And yeah, and then I did like a little acoustic gig, my first like originals gig a few months ago.
Was that that wasn't OJ sessions? No, it was. Yeah, I remember coming to watch it, and that was the first time I'd heard you that most people heard you stuff.
It was the first time anyone had heard anything that I'd written, and I think I've been like such a chicken for so long about performing stuff that I'd written in front of people, and I actually felt so good about that gig because I wasn't nervous, I was excited, I liked what I had been writing. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun.
That was with
really chill
Noah?
with Noah, who produced the track that's currently just been released. And he's just a sick guitarist and a lovely person. And yeah, that was so much fun. And yeah, I'm just ready to gig more. I love it. Like every single time I do a gig, I'm just like, oh, I want to do this every day. Like,
I mean, that's basically what we do. I mean, like we literally live to perform. I was thinking about this the other day because like you practice or like you write for like days, weeks, years, for it to be over in like a 20-minute performance. Genuinely, or something. It's insane.
It's such a weird feeling because like, oh yeah, not to mention we did like a gospel choir performance at the Bridgewater Hall in December, and
fun.
We got to like myself and somebody else got to do like a solo/duet kind of thing, and I'd never performed in a venue of like that big before, and that was insane. But that was definitely a sort of performance where I felt we've been practicing for months for this, and it's over in like 2 hours, and I was just like, wait, what? And then I just went away for Christmas, went back home. I was like, wow, that was over so quickly, and it was so amazing. But like, wow, and it's so true. I bet like you do performances all the time where you're like, I worked so hard for that, and like it was so like rehearsals after rehearsals after rehearsals, and then you're like, it's done. It's like it's like a bittersweet feeling because you accomplish something that you're so proud of and happy with, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna miss it.
It's weird because I feel like sometimes the music industry is so fast you don't even get to process that.
100%.
You're just like, sometimes it's like, oh, thank God that project's done with, and then you move on to the next one, but then you don't actually think about how much work and like emotion and thought went into it.
Yeah,
which actually I think sometimes leads to burnout in musicians, but but that's not something you realize.
I think it definitely leads to a lot of like complacency. I think we don't realize, like my keys player said to me the other day, he was like, yeah, I kind of forget that everybody around us is like doing sick things all the time and is super talented, like working really hard. And I think we forget that about ourselves as well. Like when we like spend a week trying to like nail this piece or like sort out like an arrangement or a new song, and then we're like, oh, that's actually a really sick thing. And then when people say it to us, we're like, no, stop stop, go away. And actually it's like, no, this is true. We're doing some really fun, cool things.
It's like that Vine, you know, just take the freaking compliment. Do you know?
Oh my god, yes, I do. Just take the freaking compliment.
So you start saying that to all my friends.
Genuinely, every time they're like being hard on each other, I'll be like, stop it. Actually stop it. Just accept the compliment.
Just take the freaking compliment. Yeah,
it's true. No, I completely agree. We're just like complacent about how hard we work, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's very musician. To be fair, I think like all creatives are very just
so perfectionist of us.
Yeah,
we're nightmares.
A little bit. To be fair, actually, every time I've tried to compliment a creative, it's always like, no, stop it. It's like, fine. Stop. Yeah,
it's so true.
It is very much like that. I feel like I was going to ask you something earlier, but now I can't remember what we were talking about. We were talking about session orchestra, gigs, performances.
Yeah.
I've lost it.
It's okay.
But it's fine. Musical theatre though, tell me about that, because you've been doing stuff with Kevin.
I have. I've been like really trying not to mention it like earlier in the podcast. Because I was like, I know she's gonna ask me about it. I know she's gonna ask me about it, so I need to not say anything.
I appreciate it, honestly.
You're welcome. But I've, along with doing like classical pop choral weird mishmash thing when I was growing up, I was like a massive theatre kid and been singing musical theatre stuff and like participating in shows and stuff since I was like 7 years old. Absolutely love it. It's like a massive dream of mine to go into that kind of world. And I'm currently in rehearsal for a friend of mine's original musical that he wrote. He'd been writing it over like 10 years. So the fact that we're putting it on finally with full cast, full band, in a like a proper theatre venue is just, it's incredible. And I think every week we say it, we're just like, Will, you're amazing. It's Will Sharlam, by the way, and it's called Kevin the Musical, and he's like orchestrated and written the entire thing, and we're all a whole cast like working endlessly at the moment to make it incredible. It's going to be great. It's such a brilliant musical, and it's very funny and would recommend.
When are you guys doing it?
It's the 7th and the 8th of March, so it's not that long away.
I was going to say, well, this is going to be posted after that. I'm so sorry,
That's
guys.
So okay.
But go check out the Instagram. I'm sure there'll be clips.
They all would have been there. I'll make sure of it.
Like all of you come, and we'll tell you.
I'm going to be so annoying about it. It's on like every Instagram story. Every other one is me. Come to Kevin the Musical. Come to the musical. Please be there.
Where is it happening?
It's at Z Arts. And
in Hume.
Yeah, and the cast are amazing. Literally everybody in the cast is incredible. Every week when because we're having like long rehearsals every week, 1 to 2 times a week at the moment, because it's not that long away. And every week I'm just like, God, so lucky that everybody in this cast is just so kind and talented and like just there for the project. I'm like so happy for Will, because he this is like his baby. Like he's been working on this for so long, and that's like the best kind of vibe to have, especially when you're all like acting and doing crazy characters and singing together. It's also nerve-wracking because a lot of us have only met each other literally within the past few weeks. So
really, like with Kevin,
there's like a bunch of us who obviously like go to uni together, so know each other, and there's loads of people who have kind of come in, who have been auditioned and they like got the roles, and everyone's so lovely, like so nice. So it's been such a wonderful experience doing all the rehearsals, and it also brings out the like raging theatre kid in me. I love musical theatre, and I really hope to go into it in the future, and that's why I feel so grateful for having had that classical background, because it's a very healthy way of singing, and it means I can switch between different genres kind of when I like. I have to watch myself, but
Suddenly you start belting and go into opera, imagine.
Yeah, well, it's just like I'll start singing something and then people will be like, "Doesn't sound like you," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I've not been really singing my own original stuff in a while," and it's just kind of like, yeah, trying to keep them like separate, but also trying to like sing everything I want to do. It's like it's a hard line to cross, but yeah.
I was gonna say with like the people in the project, actually, like people you're with in a project literally make or break it.
Yeah, they really do.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean the project can be crap or it can be amazing, but the people in it really make it. Like it is so important. And I'm so lucky that the project's amazing and the people are amazing.
Yeah.
But it is true, like we've definitely done we've done a project together that I know of that wasn't the best. The people definitely made it
which one?
better.
I'm going to ask you about this later.
Yeah,
we're not going to talk about this on the podcast.
But I remember, but I remember like, I remember definitely being like, the singers I was singing with, I was like, oh, this is great because you guys are great. But the actual project, I was a bit like, something's going on.
Questionable. Okay. I can't actually remember what that was. Maybe I've wiped it from my brain.
That's a good thing.
Oh God, I actually don't even remember what it was.
It was a while ago.
Oh my God, on that note, I'm very excited for your recital at the end of this year.
Yeah, oh God, I'm glad someone is.
When is it?
I have no idea yet. I don't know if it's come out yet for us. They're usually a bit late, but I think it's in June. I think it's the beginning of June. I'm really excited. I'm excited for yours as well.
Oh my God, we're not going to talk about my own. It's fine.
I kind of want it. This is so funny because I really want to like ask you questions as well. I should have bought Notepad too, done like a dual podcast.
So you can be like to me, who are you? And I'll be like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be like what is it like? Oh, bait, like not bait. What's the word? Like I'll just like scam you. I'm like, yeah, of course I'll do your podcast. And then I'm like, actually, Jeanette,
interview for you.
It's not
to fact, in the first interview, I think Rory, before we filmed, Rory was like, so I said to him like, oh, like introduce yourself to the camera and everything. He was like, okay, you're gonna introduce yourself to me? And I was like, no one needs to know who I am. It's so fine. I mean, I have posted a video being like, hi, I'm Jeanette, I'm a violist.
Yeah.
So it's fine. That's all people need to know.
I think we should do another one where I get to interview you. This is the face of the podcast, everyone.
Oh, we should do. Isn't there like, is it Freaky Friday where they like swap body, like that Halloween film?
Yeah, the movie. Yeah.
Maybe I should, if I do a Halloween episode.
Yes.
So on Halloween's your birthday as exactly
as
well. So
I could come dressed as you as well. I could like slick back my hair and
if we wear the exact same outfits today,
the same
like swap.
Yes. Okay, we're doing it. It's happening.
It's gonna be in a few months if we remember.
And I get to interview you and be like, so who are you? Jeanette, maker of the podcast. I don't even know how we got onto this. I forgot what we were saying.
I think this is like the whole point of like why
recitals.
Yeah. What kind of stuff are you doing in your recitals?
So I'm doing so last year I did like kind of like half originals, half covers. It's 60 minutes because that's the weighting I've chosen. So I'm doing.
Oh my God, 60s are wild. Wow, good luck. Did you get a break? Or was it just...
No, it's just 60 minutes. And that's why I'm most nervous because I don't mind performing for 60 minutes. Like, I love to sing. So, like, I'm so happy with that. But it's like, I want people to be interested for 60 minutes because it's a lot of music.
People definitely will.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I'm sure 60 minutes passes, like, so fast.
Exactly. And, like, I remember watching some last year and being like, this was quick. This didn't feel like 60 minutes. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm doing... some arrangements. I've asked you very recently if you'll do some stuff in it, which will be so lovely. But yeah, I'm doing a few like slow kind of very like vocally arranged guitar stuff, and then I'm doing loads of new original stuff, which is so different to anything I've done before, which is really exciting. And yeah, and then I've got brass section. I'm going to do some Alicia Keys stuff and some Whitney Houston stuff. I just wanted to do songs that I loved, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been really fun. I'm going to sing some Yebba as well.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely love Yebba, and I've never really properly attempted to sing any of her crazy riffy stuff. So it'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, that's what I'm working on currently. I'm about to get in the room with my band for the first time in a while and
oh my gosh,
work on some new tunes.
Who's in your band now?
It's myself, Connor on keys, Sachin on drums, Ryan B on guitar.
Yep.
And then I just asked Ben Smith to be my bassist, and he said yes. So
Ben Smith.
He's in Ryan's year 1 year below us.
I feel like
on the pop course.
If I saw his face, I'd be like,
probably, yeah.
I'm very bad with names.
Yeah,
so
that's
bad.
fair enough.
That's fine.
But yeah, so really excited about it.
I'm so excited to hear. To be fair, I
just want a gig though. I'm gonna like, okay, you just need to book a gig, Charlotte. You just need to do it because like I just keep putting it off and putting it off. But
it's scary. I feel like it's scary because actually it's a lot. First of all, it's a lot of effort to book gigs.
A lot, yeah.
And second, it's like the thing we said, you prepare for so long, then it's like over in a bit, and then you're like,
I'm
okay.
Also just like, I really hope people like it. But I'm also like, it's less I hope people like it, because at the end of the day, if you don't like my music, it's not really any of my business. Like, I'm oh god, I just hit the mic. I'm like I enjoy it. I liked writing it, and I enjoyed playing it, sort of thing. But it's more just like, you want to have enough people kind of there in the room. Like, that's my main thing. I'm like, I want to have enough people there to vibe off of.
Yeah.
Because I'm performing on stage. If it's other people's songs and it's like in a big kind of venue, I'm good. Like, that's great. Or like functions and stuff like that. Like, it's chill. But if it's my own stuff, I'm like, oh my god, this is so nerve-wracking, and I need to be able to like feed off of people.
It's very personal to you, and
exactly.
You're basically giving yourself. That's why I admire like people who write their own songs so much, because I mean, I'm terrible with lyrics, but like the thought of like putting your thoughts into words and then sharing that with people and then hearing it's so vulnerable, actually.
Yeah, it's like, even like my boyfriend will ask me sometimes, oh, like, what's this? I'm like working on a song and he's like, oh, what's this new song about? And I'm like, god, I can't.
It's scary.
I'll get like I'll get like stressed to talk about. I'm like, so yeah, it's like when I was like 14. I know, and it's like, and I don't know, like just with anyone, and then I'm like singing on stage and I'm sort of slurring my words like with the lyrics and stuff, because I'm like, I don't want people to actually know what the song is about, but equally I do want them to know what the song is about, so they can find some way to resonate with it, because like that's one of my biggest things, is that like music is such a universal thing that so many people love and are in tune with, because we are able to relate to music and things that people write, and it makes us feel a certain way. And I think that's obviously like the biggest thing. I just want to make, like, whether they resonate with it in the same way that I do when I write it doesn't really matter. Like, it's just nice for people to hear something and be like, that made me feel something, like whatever it is, whether it's sad or happy or whatever in
just
the middle,
a feeling.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I realized I forgot to ask you earlier. It's time for the what's in my bag.
Oh my god, I forgot. I need to get my bag.
Please do. I'm just gonna feed on these Reese's Pieces.
Go for it. Chat to the audience, Jeanette. Tell them about yourself.
Oh gosh. Hi everyone. This is episode 2 of my podcast. Hope you're enjoying it so far. This should have come earlier in the episode, but I was just
enjoying myself. Yay, it's great. Oh god, there's a lot in my bag. Because I like knew this was the option I was going to do, but then I completely forgot that my bag is just like, it's just a mess. But this is
oh my gosh, is that from Rains?
Yeah,
I feel like I want a Rains bag so badly, but
it's my favourite thing in the world.
Good for Manchester.
Yeah, good for Manchester. It's so heavy, and
can I?
Yeah, go for it. It's
gosh,
okay right
it is
now.
Heavy.
I don't have like my mic and anything in it right now.
Oh my god, it is heavy.
Usually,
even like as a gym girl, I'm like, whoa.
No, I'm not a gym girl. I come home and I'm like, my back hurts.
My back would hurt. That's insane.
Yeah.
But what is in your bag? So we did meal deal last time with Rory.
I've already eaten, so I couldn't bring a meal deal.
Well, actually, I mean, actually, Jack gave me the idea for the meal deal, and I was like, "That's so
Jack
good."
Critchlow.
Yeah. And then Rory was like, "Oh, it's a bit like when people do the "What's in my bag" segment," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I could just ask my guests to choose which one they want to do."
That's a really good idea.
So,
that's a really good idea.
Shout out to Rory and Jack
for those ideas.
Thanks, guys. Anyways, what's in your bag?
Oh wow. Okay. I got my lanyard, my keys, very important. It's just going to be really boring shit. It's going to be like, oh, what's in her bag? Something interesting, like a cat or something.
A cat?
I don't know, maybe.
It's like when people go on the London Underground with their cats. I find that so cute.
I would be that sort of person. Got my makeup.
Oh my god, that's such a nice bag.
Thanks, Mia got me this.
Aww.
Yeah. My makeup, so I could do a what's in my makeup bag, or people might be interested in that. I don't know.
This is such a cute bag. I feel like I've seen this.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, last time nice.
Yeah, it's really cute. I think it was a birthday present from Nia. Let's see. Oh god, it's nothing Nothing. I want to find something interesting and be like, oh wow, this is interesting, but I've got a hand cream.
What flavor?
Yeah, go on, try it.
Yeah, what flavor is it? Bluebell. Oh, Body Shop.
Go. Try
I feel like an influencer right now.
Oh my god, I have my Kevin scripts.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't. They're at home.
Okay, never mind.
Thought I had my Kevin scripts. Oh, this is not really interesting to anybody else but me, but I use a paper diary because I actually can't.
It's got your name on it.
Oh my god, yeah.
It matches the bag as well, actually.
It does, yeah. But I can't use my phone. My phone technology really stresses me out, and like using my phone as a calendar, I just can't do it.
Seriously, I feel like I have to use my phone.
Yeah, I think it's like when you're like out with someone and they're like, oh, can you do this day? I'm like, I'm gonna have to consult with the paper calendar, and it's not with me right now. And I'm like, this also is like an academic one, so it runs out in like July, and then just from July to September, I'm an organizational nightmare. Like I can't plan anything. I double book myself. I'm like, yeah, I can do this date in London, and I'm like not even going to be nearby. It's just it's so this is really important to me, and I have these cat stickers inside.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
To jazz it up, because you know if you have like a really boring week, it's like essay to finish here, doctor's appointment, this, that. If you put a cat sticker there, like it automatically makes the week a little bit more exciting.
That's so cool. I feel like I have to use my phone. Just because it really stresses me out when, so say I put things in my calendar and I've got something from like 2 till 4. Sorry, excuse me, 2 till 4 on a day. And then someone's like, oh, can you do like 10 till 12? And then I put 10 till 12 after the 2 till 4. That stresses me out because it's not in order.
Yeah, that's actually really fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm really messy. My calendar's not the neatest. I'm going to try and find a really messy, horrible page. But
I feel like these days, if it's not my calendar, I won't go.
No,
like it has. I put everything.
I won't remember
in my
it, and I'll just be like,
"Oh, you color code it, which is cute."
In a way,
is it color? No, it's just. I think I just.
It's just not. It's just not.
Wow.
Like, I didn't even look at what was on this page, Mash, if it was something really embarrassing or like something that not that it would be. But
I'll
like,
blur it out if it is, but I'm sure it's
Christmas, gospel, work, literally nothing.
Are you doing the next gospel choir?
I am.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
I've only heard 3 of the tunes because I've arranged 3 of them, but those 3 sounded really cool.
Of course, because you're in it. You're doing it.
Yeah.
This is what I'm so excited about, is that you, Nadia, Ola, and I don't know who else the fourth of the string quartet is, but is it a string quartet?
No, it's string octet, actually.
Oh my god.
So it's double power.
And I'm so excited because when Nadia and Ola told me, I was like, oh my god, all my friends, literally, they're all going to be in the show, which is so nice because it's like, those are lovely people on stage.
Gospel choir is also. I remember doing the show last year and it was so fun.
So much fun.
So fun.
It's so much fun. Like, it's so sick. Yeah, I'm very, very excited. And I love the song that I'm singing.
Which one are you doing?
Called Zoe. It's called God Is Love.
Nice.
And it's a sick song. It's really fun. We did it in Bridgewater, so we're well equipped with it.
Yeah. It's on the 11th of March.
11th of March.
Which is also before this podcast comes out. I'm so sorry.
Before the podcast comes out?
No, yeah, it is. This one comes out on the...
Oh, sorry. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That is... Sorry.
This one comes out, or has come out on the 16th of March.
Yeah.
We're backlog filming this because why not?
Because Rory and then...
Yeah, and then future guests who I can't mention. But that leads me on to like, so what gigs have you got coming up?
So I'm actually planning to host my own gig. I got inspired. I got inspired too by you actually from like doing the Jeanette and Friends stuff, and also just like I was seeing loads of other people kind of setting up their own gigs. And I'm just like, yeah, I can do that, and I can kind of fill the supports with people's music who I want to hear and like who I think we all like have similar vibe and things like that. And I just think it would be a fun night, and I would like to. And there's like venues that I'd really like to perform at that I kind of was like, yeah, I might host my own event at some point. It's a lot to organise though, so I'm sort of like need to work out a good time because obviously it's so busy. Everything's very busy at the moment.
Yeah, organising events also takes a lot of effort, but I'm sure you'll be able to pull it off.
It does take a lot of effort, so it's like I really want to, but I think it's just finding the right time basically where I can make sure everything aligns, because I don't want it to be messy, you know?
Yeah.
Don't want it to be anything like that. Don't want it to be unorganised. So yeah, and once like gospel musical recording that I'm doing currently, and like my next release is done. Probably after that will be when I'm able to like plan properly. And yeah, just need to book some gigs, basically get in touch with some people and promoters and stuff, because yeah, I'm like, no, when we finish this next song I'll do it. I'm just like, no,
I know you're just gonna keep delaying,
keep delaying. But yeah, we have a couple of things coming up with like our course where we get to perform at like Band on the Wall and stuff, so that'll be fun.
Really? I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, they've like booked out Band on the Wall for, I think it's like 20 people to kind of do like a bit of their recital set, so that'll be fun.
That's cute.
And I know I performed, actually that's a lie, I have performed there, but like not within like myself, like it's my kind of thing, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Oh my god, I remember what I was going to ask you earlier. Do you remember when we were like
podcast and you were like, and then you were like, no, stop.
No, not that. It was during the podcast, you know, when I was like, I feel like I needed to ask you a question, and we were talking about gigs and stuff.
Before you forget.
I was going to say, I remember first hearing I Don't Know at that OJ Sessions.
Yeah.
That's literally what I was going to say.
Yeah. No, there's been a lot of different versions of I Don't Know. Like the version that is out on Spotify now, like, love it, obsessed. That's the final thing, and that's exactly kind of what we were going for the entire time. When it was finished, I was like, I just wanted to cry. I was like, this is amazing. This is exactly what I wanted. But there was so many versions because I wrote it on piano. So I like, when I look back at old videos from second year when I first wrote it, I'm like, wow, this is different. This really is different. And then we've got the live version. I've done it a few times now. It's just,
I'm excited to hear the live version. I've not heard it yet, but like, I would
with bands and everything. Yeah. And we're going to use tracks that all of the harmonies that are, there are a crazy amount of like harmonies in the final couple of sections of like the bridge and the final chorus. It's like we literally spent an entire day just tracking all the harmonies because there were so many. And yeah, we're gonna do that to track live and have that all kind of there so that it actually creates that sound live on stage, because I feel like I just want to do the song justice live, you know. And the same with the next few as well that are being released, that are in the making. Well, they're not in the making, they're done, but like
when's the next release?
Not too long. I think not too long. I'll probably be announcing it soon. In a couple months. So yeah, in a couple months. But yeah, not too long. I'm really excited. I'm getting all the marketing promo stuff, release plan stuff sorted now. So yeah, I'm releasing a radio edit of I Don't Know very soon.
Wow. So okay, actually, what is the difference between a radio and a normal? Because I actually never know the difference.
So my like original song in its like full form is like 5 minutes, which is too long for radio. So radio edit is just like a shorter version with parts cut out basically so that it can be played on the radio.
I mean, yay, but no.
Yeah, when I was creating it, I was like, there's none of this that I want to cut out. Like, I don't want to get rid of any of this.
Well, I can't think of any. Like, all of it just works.
We kind of just made it shorter on both, like at the beginning and at the end of the song. And then there was a part of the middle. There's like a section between the first chorus and the second verse that's quite long, and as much as I didn't want to cut that out, we did, because it just needed to be shorter. I think it's still like only like 4 minutes or something, but I think that's, or like just under 4 minutes, that's kind of like the standard for like radio basically. So yeah, I'm releasing it again as a radio edit, with some stuff cut out, but it's not really that changed that much. And yeah,
that's the backing vocals in the last chorus, by the way, are so gorgeous.
Thank you.
I texted Charlotte the other day because I was at the gym and I was like, I'm about to cry at the gym because I was listening to the song and I was like,
not that I want you to cry, but it was the biggest compliment in the world. I was like, oh, stop! Like, it's evoked that much emotion. Like, that's so lovely.
I was like, oh, this is so sad.
It's so lovely. Yeah, it's sad. Sad. Neve played it last night and at her house, and I was just like, that's my song. Oh my god, baby, stop!
It's such a good song, though. I mean, I'm not just saying that for the sake of saying it. Genuinely is. I love it so much. It's my favorite.
That means the world. That's so nice. I love it. I love making it. And it actually wasn't going to be the first one I released, so I'm glad that I did release it first, but I was going to release the next one first. Change that around a bit.
We'll see.
It made sense storyline wise, like for me. yeah, no, I love the harmonies too. They are my favourite part of the whole song, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like you've always, whenever I like watch you do backings with other people, like I always feel like you do it so well, but then like you stand out when you need to as well.
Yeah, it's something that I definitely, because even though I did like 7 years of like choral, like church choral stuff when I was younger, I just love to sing a lead line. I'm not gonna lie. As I don't know how that sounds, but like I just love it. That's why I like having my original stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like singing in like backing vocals and like chorus and like harmonies and doing all that kind of thing where you're like matching all the other people around you is like something that I really enjoyed, like have really enjoyed like getting better at and like learning how to do and stuff. Well, like I always knew how to do it, but it's just like, yeah, just making sure you blend with everyone around you. And I've like luckily had a lot of opportunity to do backing vocals and stuff and learn that kind of thing. But yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah.
Just to wrap things up, so I'll put Charlotte's socials and everything in the caption below, so you can see when her next release. I'm so excited. I know nothing about this either, so I'm very, 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 very excited, and I'll be on it.
It's not long.
So go check her out if you don't know her already. Thanks for being on episode 2.
Thank you for having me. This has been so nice. It's been like just like a real proper catch up and chat and stuff.
Yay!
So yeah, thanks so much for having me.
No, again,
Jeanette's
thank
amazing.
You. Oh my god, no, Charlotte's amazing. Oh my god, female friendship.
And this is like we love to see it. And this is just like the cutest, loveliest idea. When you texted me, I was like, yes, I'd love to do that. I would absolutely love to do that. It's like such a cute idea. And thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you.
It's so lovely.
We'll see you guys in the next, or I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Yeah.
But bye.